Hello. I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes now about some kinds of literary criticism that we can use to discuss in different ways the works we read. We can use a large number of possible perspectives in our reading of a text. We can consider a work of literature from many different angles. I'd like to, in this lecture, discuss three of these angles, three of these ways of looking at a work of literature in particular. Let's start by looking at philosophical criticism, which pays special attention to the way literature does the work of philosophy. This kind of criticism focuses on how we can use literature to answer philosophical questions about being and meaning, the kind of thing that philosophy traditionally concentrates on. Works of literature can look at those questions in terms of the aspects of literature that we're familiar with, through characterization, or plot, or setting. Literature can help us ask those large philosophical questions. A philosophical critic will apply the methods of philosophy, such as formal logic or formalized doubt, to the works of literature she reads, and thus produce philosophical criticism. We can also consider Marxist criticism based on the economic ideas of Karl Marx about relations between economic classes. A reader using this kind of criticism will concentrate on the way a particular work demonstrates consciousness of this class struggle, as explained by Marx. Marxist criticism uses literature to further examine the power dynamics between owners and workers in the way that Marx diagnosed it in his work, so that the characterization or the plot or the setting of a story will involve that kind of class struggle that a Marxist critic can analyze. Finally, we can use biographical criticism to interpret a work of literature. Doing this examines the life experience of a work's writer to help understand what the work wants to say. This kind of criticism assumes that writing comes from the experience of a writer, that it comes from what the writer has felt or seen or heard in his or her life. Thus, by examining that experience, we can see more deeply into the work. A biographical critic often uses literature to accurately or try to accurately discuss the situation of people in history. What the work reveals about its writer, according to this kind of criticism, shows us a privileged view of the world of the past, so that by using biographical criticism, we can see through the work into the time that brought the work to us. Now, these three kinds of literary criticism represent a small portion of the many kinds available to us. Indeed, we can say that there are as many kinds of literary criticism as there are literary critics. The kinds that we tend to focus on in literary classes, of the sort that you're taking right now, are the kinds that many critics have tended to group themselves into. There are many philosophical or Marxist or biographical critics. As you read more literary criticism, you'll see more ways to look at works of literature. Keep thinking about the ways that help you most to find the most enjoyment in what you read. Look for the kinds of literary criticism that work best for you and the way that you want to see the works of literature that you experience. As always, thank you for your time and attention.